Welcome, everybody, to the 2022 NFL Draft here on DynastyCentral Sports via the Los Angeles Rams franchise. Smash like down below. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe and that bell icon so you can get the notifications for every new episode that drops. Leave us a comment. We love to hear from you guys, and then hit us up on the social medias, Twitter or Instagram. We love to see you guys interact with us. And welcome now to the 2022 draft. And let's jump into the first pick overall. It is owned by the Denver Broncos, and there is 3 players that they could go with. There is not a clear-cut number 1 pick here. Derek Stingley Jr., the best cornerback out of LSU, is the top player. But you could go with Sam Howell, the quarterback out of North Carolina. The pick is in, and let's see who the Broncos take first overall. It's Derek Stingley Jr. from LSU, Louisiana State University, the cornerback. He is the top talent, first in vertical jump, first in broad jump, second in 3-cone, second in 20-yard shuttle. A- man coverage, B+ zone coverage, 6'1", 200 pounds, 21 years old. This guy is the total package. He is a shutdown, speedy, 4.64, 40. He is the top prospect you can have on that defense. And Derek Stingley Jr. goes to the Denver Broncos first overall. Now we're up number 2 to the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the pick is in. Let's already jump down to this pick and see who they select second overall. It's the quarterback Sam Howell out of North Carolina. This guy is the prototypical franchise quarterback. Yes, he is not as polished as Trevor Lawrence, but at 6'1", 226 pounds, 21 years old. He's not a quick guy, 4.75 in the 40. Not great measurables all across the board, but he has a cannon for an arm. A+ throwing power. A, throwing accuracy, short yardage. He is the franchise quarterback you build around. So now we have the Los Angeles Rams coming up at the 3rd overall pick. They traded up to the 3rd overall pick with the New York Jets. And so they have a guy on hand for sure that they are targeting. And so let's see who they select 3rd overall. The pick is in. Let's go down to the floor and see who they select. Kayvon Thibodeaux, definitely the guy you want to add to that big time defense the Rams are building around with Demetrius Turner. 82 overall, 6'5", 250 pounds, 21 years old. He's a speed rusher, hidden dev trait. Number 2 overall in total talent. This guy is a prototypical franchise pass rusher. This guy is going to be on the line for the Rams for 12 years. This guy is a beast. Kayvon Thibodeaux from the Los Angeles area. Graduated from vaunted Oak Christian out of Westlake Village, California. Went to Oregon and just dominated, and now adds to a line that has Aaron Donald and Michael Brockers. Kayvon Thibodeaux is definitely the guy that you can bring in to bring that franchise beast on that line. 4.54 in the 40. First in left ends. First in 3-cone, and first in the 20-yard shuttle. 17th in bench press, but you can teach strength. You can add strength. And Kayvon Thibodeaux is that guy that can just bull rush, speed rush that pass rush, and bring a nasty end to that line. We have the Los Angeles Chargers up at the 4th overall pick, and the pick is in. Let's see who they select. They took Carlos Basham last draft, and they take Owen Pappoe, the middle linebacker out of Auburn. This guy is a field general. He is a franchise captain back there that can run that defense. 6'1", 232 pounds, 21 years old. He is a beast, and the Chargers are just adding another leader back there. And now we have the Eagles up at the 5th overall pick, and we have no idea who they could select. There's a lot of talent on the board. Let's see. The pick is in. Let's go down to the floor. see who they select. It is Nick Brokers, the left tackle out of Ole Miss. This guy is a franchise tackle. The best one on the board right here in this pick. 6'4", a little undersized, but 308, 21 years old. He is moldable. 4.96, he's a quick guy in the 40, vert jump, broad jump, and 3-cone. He was the tops in left tackles. This guy is a guy that you can build that line around, and definitely a guy to go into the Eagles lineup. We have the Titans up at the 6th overall pick. Let's see who they select at this one. They have a lot of holes on their lineup, and they could use a franchise quarterback for the future. Let's see, the pick is in. It is Christopher Hinton, the big-time bull-rushing defensive tackle out of Michigan. This guy is a nose tackle type of guy, 6'4", 306, 21 years old. He is a 4.92 in the 40, third in defensive tackle, second in the 3-cone, third in 20-yard shuttle, and 40 bench presses on the bar. This guy is a monster in the gym. The Houston Texans up at 7, but the Tennessee Titans grabbing a big-time guy at defensive tackle, Christopher Hinton. We have the Houston Texans up at number 7. Let's see who they select. And there's a lot of holes, like we said, that if they didn't have holes, they wouldn't be selecting 6th, 7th overall. And they take Garrett Wilson, the wide receiver out of Ohio State. This guy is the best wide receiver on the board in this draft. Clearly the stud. Not a quick guy, 4.42 in the 40, but definitely in the vert jump, huge jumps, huge ups for him. And the Texans grab a playmaker at the wide receiver position. The Washington football team up at the 8th overall pick. Last year they took Dylan Moses, the middle linebacker. Let's see who they select with this selection at the 8th overall pick before the Atlanta Falcons. The pick is in. Let's go down to the podium. It's Christian Harris, the left outside linebacker out of Alabama. So the Washington football team added another Crimson Tide linebacker in the draft in the top 10. This time on the left outside linebacker, and this guy is all speed, all pass rush. He is a beast at 6'2", 248 pounds, 4.57 in the 40. That is lightning quick out on the outside. He's a strong kid, 28 bench press reps, third overall in the left outside linebackers. Atlanta Falcons are up at the 9th overall pick. They take Gregory Rousseau, third overall, another defensive end that went third overall last year. Let's see who they select in this one. At number 9, could be Evan Neal, the right guard out of Bama, a beast. A big-time guy. Let's see, the pick is in. And it is Evan Neal, the right guard out of Alabama. This guy is even though it's a little early for a guard, this guy is a talent that you cannot pass up. He's a leader, really in that mold that really you can just build your line around. This guy's 6'7", 350 pounds, but he is a quick guy, 5'10" in the 40. Quick on there. He's got a good jump, and he is a mauler. He will protect your quarterback for years. The Kansas City Chiefs are up, and we have an idea. This is George Karlaftis. Definitely, they need that big-time power rusher, and the Purdue left outside, the left end is definitely on the board here. This guy is a beast. No surprise, they're going to run their happy ass up and grab George Karlaftis out of Purdue. This guy is, if it wasn't for Kayvon Thibodeau, this guy is the top pass rushing end in this draft. This guy is a beast. George has an insane motor. He never stops. 6'4", 273 pounds. He's a beast. First in the bench press at 39 reps on the bar. What a monster. He wrecks people with hits. He tugs them. If you are a fan of the NHL Be a Pro series on Dynasty Central Sports, he mauls them. The Los Angeles Rams are up at the 11th pick, and I know they are sad to not get Evan Neal. Let's see who they select at the 11th pick. It could be another tackle. We see Logan Brown on the board, and he is a guy that they could add to move Havenstein to the right guard position and move him in to give a little leadership. The pick is in. Let's see who the Rams select at 11th. And it is Logan Brown, the right tackle out of Wisconsin, 6'6", 320 pounds. A rare dev trait for a tackle, 75 overall, 92 strength. This guy is an even balanced blocker. He's a little raw in the awareness, and he's going to have to learn that playbook. But this guy is a beast. Logan Brown goes 11th overall to the Rams. We cannot be more happy about this pick. 6'6", 320. He is a quick guy in the 20-yard shuttle. Impact block is huge. Lead block is huge. And a good guy to add to that Rams lineup. The Vikings are up at the 12th overall pick, and we have no idea who they could pick. This is a crapshoot, as there's a lot of talent on the board still. And so let's take a look at who they could select. But you know what? The pick is in. Let's go down to the floor and find out who they select at the 12th overall pick. It is Drake Jackson. He is more of a power rusher, right end out of USC. This guy is not as much of a speed rusher as Kayvon Thibodeau, George Karlaftis, but Drake Jackson is a guy that you cannot sleep on. We're going to the 13th overall pick, and that is Zach Harrison, another defensive end out of Ohio State, goes to the Packers. We got the Jets at the 14th overall pick, a pick they picked up from the Rams via the Panthers in that Trey Lance deal. Let's see who they select at 14th overall, and let's see. Pick is in. Let's go down to the floor. It is Kyle Hamilton, the free safety out of Notre Dame. This guy could have been a top 5 talent if he didn't have a little bit of trouble on the outside of playing. He definitely put his work on the field, but outside of the field he had some troubles, which really dropped him. But the Jets grab a huge talent in that secondary that can be a captain. We got the Giants up, and they select Sheridan Jones, the cornerback out of Clemson. It's a bit of a reach to take Jones this early, but they have to see something in Sheridan Jones to go up and grab him. The Jags are up at the 16th overall pick. Let's see who they select. And the Sheridan Jones pick is definitely a head scratcher here. Charles Cross, the left tackle out of Mississippi State, to the Jaguars at the 16th overall pick. The Bulldog left tackle, definitely a step below Nick Rokers in the tackle position, but a good player that you can build around for that Jags offense to block from Gardner Minshew. The Dolphins select Isaac Taylor Stewart, the cornerback out of USC. This guy is a ball hawk. He is going to go back there and lead the Dolphins in interceptions and pass deflections immediately. He is always around the ball, and watch for him to be possibly a Defensive Player of the Year, rookie Defensive Player of the Year at the end of this season. He is a ball hawk. And let's go with the Ravens. Pick is in for the Ravens, and they select Marvin Leal, the defensive tackle out of Texas A&M. This guy, oh my gosh, he is a franchise defensive tackle. If he didn't have some injury problems in his sophomore season, would have been a top 5 pick. George Pickens, oh my gosh, what a talent to grab at this pick for the Dallas Cowboys out of Georgia. He's the number 2 wide receiver. Big hands. This guy will catch anything that's thrown to him. Huge grab by the Cowboys. That's a pun, as he will grab every pass thrown to him. The Cardinals are up, and they take Dale, the defensive tackle out of Alabama. Not a lot is known on him. He is more of a backup defensive tackle at the 73 overall. This is more of a head scratcher for the Cardinals, and we're gonna have to go back with this. DJ Dale goes to the Cardinals. Zach Pickens. Now, that is the defensive tackle we expected the Cardinals to take. The Patriots grab him right after DJ Dale. It's an interesting one. We'll have to see how those guys do over their career and see if the Patriots grabbed a steal behind the Cardinals. Damani Richardson, The strong safety out of Texas A&M. A lot of Aggies going in this first round. Damani Richardson adds a strong safety with Kyle Hamilton to build that secondary in that safety position. A fearsome duo. Damani Richardson is a ball hawk, a big hitter type of hybrid style strong safety. Watch out for him as well. Those three safeties are going to be crazy good. Tyree Johnson goes to the 49ers at the right outside linebacker position. Another Aggie off the board goes to the 49ers. This guy's a speed rusher, guys. Watch out for him. He's got huge potential in that speed game. Learning with Fred Warner, the Raiders are up and they take Sean Lee, the linebacker out of Alabama. He's another head scratcher. He jumps up to the first round. He was more of a second round grade linebacker, but the Raiders see something in this guy, and he is a talent out of Alabama. The Bengals take Tywan Mullen, the cornerback out of Indiana. This Hoosier defensive back is a big-time ball hawk, and the Bears are up, and they're going to take the wide receiver out of Purdue. David Bell might be better than Rondale Moore in the end, and that's saying much. Rondale Moore burned up for the Colts, and now we have the Bills. These picks are going quick. Baylor Cupp, another Texas A&M Aggie goes. This guy not related to Cooper Kupp, but is the top tight end talent in this draft. Watch out for him to be the next Tony Gonzalez in this draft. The Buffalo Bills take a huge talent. Lions picks in, and it is Marcus Hooker, the free safety out of Ohio State. Another huge talent. This draft is
stocked like a trout pond.
Time talent dropping in this one. The Lions grab a big-time defensive back in this one. Spencer Rattler finally goes off the board. We were trying to figure out if he will drop to the second round, but the Oklahoma quarterback goes to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers right after Tom Brady leaves the Buccaneers. We're going to continue talking about Spencer Rattler right here because he had a much maligned career at the Oklahoma position. He had an interesting start as a quarterback for the Sooners and definitely was a huge talent for the Sooners, but Jeff definitely dropped in that draft spot. And Wanya Morris goes left tackle to the Colts at the 31st overall pick. That is the biggest shock of the first. We had a third round grade on Wanya Morris here out of Tennessee. We'll have to see what the Colts have to see in this guy in the long term. Hopefully he can be the franchise tackle they're hoping to be. And the New Orleans Saints take Jaden Hazelwood, the wide receiver out of Oklahoma, the third wide receiver to go in this draft behind Pickens and Garrett Wilson. Interesting pick for the Saints, but you cannot undermine this guy's talent. And thank you for watching this episode. It's a big one, guys. We're going to recap the first round real fast, but I have to say thank you for watching the first round. We will be back tomorrow with the rounds 2 through 7, which will only be really focused on the Rams pick and the moves that they make in this 2 through 7 draft rounds. We are just going to highlight the Rams picks in 2 through 7 next episode, but we really wanted to show you the full first round of the 2022 NFL draft. This is a big time stocked full of talent draft, and second round has some big names still. Isaiah Spiller, the big time running back out of Texas A&M. The Aggies have so many talented players in this draft, and we are shocked DJ Dale went before Zach Pickens. Still shocked about that one. Sean Lee, a lot of head scratchers in this one, but we're going to have to see how they meld and develop over their careers. And so thank you for watching this episode, guys, and we will be back tomorrow, immediately tomorrow, with 2 through 7 of all the Rams picks in 2 through 7 and a full draft recap of 1 through 7. All the picks, see who was the best picks, the worst picks of each round. And so we appreciate it, and thank you guys for watching this episode. Like and subscribe down below. And check it out tomorrow for 2 through 7. Again, we'll see you guys later, and thank you for the support of Dynasty Central Sports. Later, guys.